Cinema. Welcome back to War with Cinema. I'm your host, Greg, your local metalhead, and with me is...
Par the Collector. What's going on, everybody?
And before we talk about the movie today, you're so excited that you finally did it. What did you do?
The haul really says it all, everybody.
Yeah?
It's, Par's return. You know what I'm saying? I'm back.
So, Par the Collector on YouTube.
Yeah, man. All episodes. The newest episode.
Right.
Available on YouTube. So
go check it out.
Yeah, go check it out.
He's pretty excited. He's pretty fired up. He's back in the game, ladies and gentlemen.
It felt so good to be back in the game, man.
Yeah.
It's like seeing an old friend after a while.
Well, today...
I've been having a great day today. I did that, and man, me and you watched this movie, and we're about to get into it, but I just still had fun doing it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It was just a silly fucking movie. That's the only way I can get it around.
Yeah, this was one of your suggestions, but it's like a newer movie.
Bro, when I saw the trailer for this on YouTube, I instantly sent it to you. I was like, Greg, we have to watch this movie, bro.
Right.
Like, this shit is too fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
Because we both like Nic Cage.
Yeah.
And we both always talk about how absurd some of the B movies he does.
It's funny because you like him in his heyday.
I do,
I
man.
like him in his like crazy out there movies.
Some of them, though, that's the thing, man. Like, even some of the B movies, I think to myself, like, oh, they may not be bad. That looks interesting, at least.
Mm-hmm.
And then you watch them, and you're like, oh, okay, never mind. Nah, I got exactly what I paid for.
Not always.
No, we did not just get what we should have paid.
Oh, no, not at all.
We did not get what you just paid for that by any means.
So the movie we did is Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland.
It's a spin-off from the Five Nights at Freddy's video game.
Yeah, if they could have got the license for that, man, I think this movie would make some fucking money.
It would make a little more sense. But yeah, it's...
Dude, that was some fucking twisted ass backstory, though. I did not like that.
I know, you even said it out loud. I don't like that at all.
No, because I'm a family man, dude.
Yeah,
and
right.
That's fucked up, man. Like,
At least they didn't fuck him.
I mean, we don't know. We don't know. Like, they went there, bro. Like,
yeah,
that's my worst fucking fear in life is like some Chuck E. Cheese type situation. And my kid's screaming and crying because the fucking mouse touched him or something. Like, and I have to fuck somebody up right there in front of God and everybody.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't like that. And then they were killing him in the happy fun room type shit. I didn't like that. Like, that was probably the only thing I didn't like. I get they had to have something wrong. Like, they got to be evil for a reason.
Guess. Well, what is this movie even about? Like, what?
It's the fucking craziest shit ever, dude.
So Nic Cage is out, like,
dude, the first 3 minutes of this movie is a fucking Camaro commercial.
Right.
Ripping ass through the back country in this fucking brand new Camaro, just fucking saucing and wheeling, man. Like... And he runs over, he gets 4 flat tires, and Greg's like, what do you do? Hit a spike strip? And sure enough, it zooms in, there's a spike strip.
Mm-hmm.
Tow truck comes, picks up the car, takes him back. Oh, I can fix it, and this and that. It's going to be $1,000.
Yeah, you made the comment, like, all the tires are flat, but he's reaching under the hood. Like,
yeah,
that's
he's like checking
problem.
oil and shit. I'm like, yo, bro, my tires are flat. What are you doing? Nobody told you to pop a hood, dude.
Right.
Yeah, so he of course hands him a debit card because it's 2021,
right?
And who doesn't have a fucking debit card now?
He's like, no, cash only.
Cash only. And it shows this old dusty ass ATM that's probably never worked.
All right,
we were going to get it, we just didn't. I would have punched him right in his shit,
right,
like, immediately.
Have you ever gotten money out of like an obscure ATM?
Yeah, at a strip club, bro.
That's exactly you were reading your mind.
Nightmare, dude. It's a fucking nightmare. How could you charge me $7? Yeah, I was in New Orleans. That was a rough one, dude.
Funny story about that. It made me think of something that happened. So I had a friend that was obsessed with going to the strip club, and he always wanted to like bring me along for some reason.
So he's just like losing money?
Yeah, he was married with kids, so it made it like a little bit worse.
Oh, that's like an addiction.
Yeah, exactly. So this one time I go with him, and he hands me his debit card. He's like, "Hey, go pull 60 out for me." I was like, are you sure?
Just 60?
Yeah. Hear me out. So I pull him out 60. I go do my thing. Like probably about 30 minutes later. Hey, man, can you go get me another 60? I was like, are you sure? Is this okay? Because I knew his wife. I was pretty good friends with his wife, and she's going to beat me up for letting him. Right. So I pull another 60 out for him. Like another hour goes by. Hey, man, just one last time. Give me another 60 out. I was like, I don't know about that, man. He's like, I'm a grown man. Don't tell me what to do with my fucking money. Go get 60 out
Then
for
go
me.
get it yourself.
No, right? But he's like surrounded by like women and stuff. So I was like, you know what?
Yeah,
Whatever.
just give it out 60s.
And I haven't been drinking. He's fucked up. So he knows what he's doing. He doesn't, but oh well.
Not my wife.
So he, because you know the surcharge on it, like it's
yeah.
not $60. It's like $100.
By now it is for sure.
Calls me the next day.
Why the fuck would you let me keep getting $60 out in increments?
Hey, you told me you were a grown man and you knew what you were doing, so
Clearly I didn't, bro. One of us had to be an adult.
it definitely was not me.
Yeah, man. Strip clubs are...
Yeah, make sure you get your money before you go to the strip club.
Yeah, for sure.
And then leave your debit card at home.
Everything. Your cigarettes, everything. Don't buy anything there except alcohol if that's what you're gonna drink.
So I was just thinking what the surcharge was on that fucking ATM where he got money out to pay.
Dude, I've seen some astronomical amounts. Some of them so big that I was just like, fuck it, these chicks aren't getting tipped.
Right.
Like, I fucking don't need a lap dance that bad, you know?
So they tell him they'll fix his car, but he just has to stay and clean this old, what would you call it? Just like a little birthday party. It's basically Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, like an old family fun center type of deal.
Yeah.
And they have, the robot fucking sing your birthday song, and they have it on old ass TVs, from like the 70s. And he's like, look at this. And he turns it on and they're singing like, happy birthday to you and all that. And it's all grainy. Just like this place looks like it's been shut down forever. And they're like, it opened in 1996. I'm like, what?
Just a few years ago.
What?
It looks like it's been sitting for 50 years.
Ah, bro, 96, man. That was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Man,
25 years ago.
Yeah, 25, yeah. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Tupac was alive.
I love your time reference.
It's some of 96.
You base all your time references on whether Tupac is alive or dead.
I mean, honestly, bro, that's the only thing you have to know about humanity. Like, did it happen after Oh, yeah, that doesn't
matter.
That makes sense. It's bullshit. Especially after Biggie left in 97, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It's the only time that matters.
So literally, like, I wonder how... See, when I watch movies like this with Nic Cage, because I do love him from back when he was a real movie star,
yeah,
I always think to myself, like, how he gets his ideas for what movies he's going to be in. Because clearly, he'll be in anything with and that's what I'm saying. Like, for one, is there like a minimum that he tells people, like, look, I won't do any movie for this... under this amount of money, but if you meet the minimum requirement for how much money I will do any movie you could come up with, because I don't give a fuck. You're putting me in a movie.
I was thinking about that too, because a lot of older action stars are doing these like rom-coms and these like soft movies, but he's like swinging for the fences. He's doing like crazy fucking movies where he can just like be crazy.
Yeah.
And is he just trying to fill that Nic Cage void? Or is that just what he likes doing? Like you said, like what's his motive behind
Andy
taking these
Samberg
roles?
literally made a career on SNL by impersonating Nic Cage. I was in 45 movies this year. And then he's talking about like a big time movie at the time. He's like, my biggest question is, why am I not in that movie? Like, Andy Samberg did his impression like hilarious, man. And then he brought Nic Cage on, which is even more funny.
Yeah.
But
he has done so many movies, because I was looking up something on Vudu. You can go by like actor and look at all their movies.
With Sam Jackson. That's how many fucking movies he's done.
Definitely. And I was scrolling through, and the wife is just like, did Vudu just turn into Nic Cage-a-thon? Like, what's going on? She didn't realize I was looking it up by actor. Oh, yeah. But it's like, he has done so many movies.
He really has, like, and he's done a movie with almost every well-known director there is.
Yeah. And what's funny is, like, you can't have another Nic Cage. Like, you either get Nic Cage or you don't have Nic Cage. And I think he's making, like, another name for himself. Like, do you like a wacky, zany action guy? Then you need me.
I just wish he would do, like, a sequel to a good movie or something.
Or do a good? I mean, I like Color Out of Space, but it's a little zany, too.
a little.
Mhm.
It's fucking out there. But even the ones he's done on like normal subject matter, it's just like he's either the only thing in it or I don't know.
Fine, we're on this Nic Cage. Talk about what's your favorite
Nic Cage
top
movie?
5 Nic Cage movies.
Oh, dude, shit. All right, it's game time.
Game time.
Fucking National Treasure 1 and 2. I'm gonna put them together just for the sake of it
Okay,
because I love them both.
that's fair.
Fucking Con Air, bro.
Fair.
The
Yeah.
Rock. No particular order,
No order.
but The Rock is like in my top 2.
Okay.
Where am I? I got 3.
You got 3.
Yeah, oh shit, I only got 2 left. Fucking Face Off, bro. Oh,
One
man.
more. What's your 5th one?
Oh, dude, this is so tough. Fucking Sorcerer's Apprentice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a good one.
You got a couple of mine. Con Air for sure.
For sure.
And then Face Off. I have like such a soft spot for Face Off. I fucking love that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a terrible movie, but it's so good.
But you didn't say Leaving
Las Vegas.
Leaving Las Vegas.
It's just such a sad movie. Like, it's a good movie, but
I saw it when I was a kid and I just loved it. Loved it to
well, that's
death.
definitely not a movie you should watch when you're a fucking kid,
But I loved it. And then I do love the National Treasure, so there's that.
you got to, bro. They're so great.
Yeah.
Such a good cast.
Mm-hmm.
There are others that I enjoy.
Yeah.
Raising Arizona is a good one. I like that movie.
Mm-hmm.
There are others.
There are others.
Oh, Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh,
Fuck.
Gone in 60 Seconds.
How's
yeah.
that not on my list, dude? I'm sorry. Something's got to get bumped out.
Yeah. Bump out National Treasure.
No,
Gone in 60 Seconds.
that's not the one that's getting bumped out. It would probably be either Face Off or
No, I'm not bumping Face Off.
it'd either be Face Off or Sorcerer's Apprentice would get bumped off.
Sorcerer's Apprentice. You can lose that one.
Yeah. But I do like that movie though, and that was like a good Disney hit, man. And it didn't do well at the box office.
Yeah.
But I liked it.
Oh, put a pin in Disney because it's something I want to talk about later.
All right.
So he cleans this shop and the animatronics come to life.
Come to life.
And they're trying to kill him.
And you know what's crazy is he's like the only person in the movie that seems to be able to kick their ass.
Well, it seems weird that he's like unfazed by it. Like these things come to life and he's like, oh, I got to take care of this. Like
He
this is a
literally-
normal day for him.
And after he fucking murders them, he just fucking cleans up the bodies and just goes back to fucking cleaning.
It was so funny when you were like, gotta get a new work shirt. And then sure enough, he does get a new work shirt every time.
And in there, the blood is like black and shit. And
Yeah,
it's
it's like
covered in it.
oil.
But literally, he does not speak a single fucking line in this movie.
That's the most surprising part. Like that was where I was like, wow, I almost want to give him props.
We got to
but-
Google how much he made for this movie, bro.
Well, I know the budget itself, $5,500,000, which seems about right.
he had to make 4 of it.
I was gonna say, yeah. And the rest of it went to Freebird.
Yeah, really though, dude. Paying the Van Zants, man, for real. I couldn't believe that, dude.
Yeah.
This whole movie is B all the way through. And fucking
And then they pull fucking Freebird out of their back pocket.
Yeah, they pull Leonard Skinner out of their ass. And
Yeah.
I'm like, this had to cost almost as much as Nic Cage did for this fucking movie.
Right.
Because I was like, dude, that's real Leonard Skinner. That's not a fucking beat cut or like, somebody else covering it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, God. But yeah, he murders them literally one by one.
Yeah, he takes him out no problem. He's like some weird superhero that can take out.
Dude,
possessed
I swear to God,
animatronics.
at the beginning of this movie, I said, bro, this is Ghost Rider 3. They just couldn't get the rights from Marvel.
Right.
And like, he almost could. Like, he doesn't say he's Johnny Blaze, but he's kicking some fucking ass. in
Yeah,
this
he
movie.
has the superpowers.
It's kind of weird too. He's drinking this fucking grapes brand, like this off-brand grape punch soda.
Yeah. I thought it was an energy drink at first, but then again, I think it's just actually beer because he just wanted to drink on set.
Because you see him drink him through the whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
If somebody would have came to him and be like, yo, Mountain Dew will give you 10 grand to just drink a Mountain Dew every time, that would have been more money for this movie.
All right.
But
But he just does some off-brand that I don't even know if it exists or not.
And then after he's killed there's 8 of them, and they're all little zany characters, and they're all people that, you get a backstory, which is fucked up. Like Greg said earlier, I didn't like.
Well, there's the thing that bothered me is the animatronics didn't really make sense. Like, none of them matched up to each other. Like, I don't know how they all. I think he just had leftover parts from other movies, and they kind of put them together.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I guess the guy that first originally built the place, he was a serial killer, and he used to offer.
And he hired serial killers.
Yeah, he made them. Like, he hired them, and then like he would kill people in front of them, and then be like, oh, like I guess he got like a little cult of serial killers there, and they were just like murdering families, offering them free birthday parties.
And that's the thing you didn't like, is that they were killing off little kids.
Because that shit could happen, man.
Yeah.
There are sick fucks out in the world, dude.
There are.
And I don't know, man. I just feel like it's easier for something like that for your mind to go to. But I don't know. The shit like ghost shit don't really bother me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because like, I'm not saying that shit can't be real. I just don't open my mind to that possibility. If something falls off a shelf, I'm just going to take the shelf down.
Not today. Nope.
Everything's coming off this motherfucker. We don't know what kind of wind or gust is coming through here. We don't need to know about
I was just thinking, like, you get up to use the bathroom and one of the doors just slam. You're like, all right, honey, let's move. Let's get out of here.
Yo, get the fuck out of this house right now.
I don't believe in ghosts, but why chance it?
I will hire some bums to come move our shit. I don't care what they steal. If we get any of it, it's a plus.
Yeah, but ghosts aren't real.
Ghosts aren't real, but like,
I love that. That's so fucking funny.
I mean, that's the God honest truth, because like, I'm just not built for it. Eddie Murphy makes a joke about it in Delirious.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, honey, this is a beautiful house. I can't believe nobody's lived here for 35 years. Somebody died here. Who cares about something? My grandma died in my house when I grew up. That ain't shit. I love the house. I love the neighborhood. The schools are great. Get out. Too bad we can't live here. Just get the kids and get the fuck out of here.
Oh, really? I never understood that. Like, could you live in a house that somebody was like murdered in?
I don't know, dude. It would have to depend the circumstances, I think.
How they got murdered?
And where they got murdered, too.
Why?
Because, look, now, like, if it's
where is it okay and where is it not?
Where they got killed?
Yeah.
Okay,
where is like hard pass and then, okay, we can live here?
Obviously, if they died in like the room I fucking live in or when my kids live in, no. No, I'm not dealing with that.
But if they died in like the kitchen or the garage.
Or like the fucking living room or something, I gotta live with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if they had like a heart attack or something, or if they were like a breaking and entering, like a home invasion, and they were fucking executed in the living room, that's a little different. Because then it's like, well, is this even that good of a fucking neighborhood?
Very true.
You know what I mean?
That's fair. But like if a wife got sick of her husband's shit and just shanked him in the bed, you're just like, I can't do it.
I can't, dude, because that's personal. That's like a hate murder. You know what I'm saying? Or if it was like the opposite, like a fucking home invader came in and the homeowner blew somebody away, it was just like, my kids can't live here anymore because all they can see is me shotgunning this guy in the fucking head.
Yeah.
So I could probably live through that. You know what I mean? I could live that. But like, yeah, if it was like something personal or like some cult like shit, I couldn't do it. Yeah.
So they do a fucking satanic ritual, which I hate the backstory. I kind of wish they would have left that out.
It was super creepy. It made it. I don't think it made the movie worse, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. I think it did too. So they do the satanic ritual where their spirits get chuckied into the animatronics, and the town, they start killing people in the town. The townspeople realize that the animatronics is doing it, so they made a deal with them that they will use human sacrifices to like appease them.
They do this to a lot of people.
Yeah, so whenever they have like people going through their town, make them stay there, and they get killed by that. It's fucking stupid, and I hate it.
It's kind of like Vacancy.
Yeah,
a little bit. Did you ever see that movie with Luke Wilson?
I think I did. I don't remember it too well, but I think I watched it. Yeah.
What's her name's in it too? Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah.
It was a big cast for that, or not a big cast. There's like 4 people in the movie.
Right.
But that's
big names. Yeah.
At that time. I worked at Muggs when that movie came through.
Nice.
I got the poster for it. At one point, I don't know if I have it.
Oh, I was gonna say, do you have just like a stockpile of posters that you had?
I don't even know what I still have, bro. But it is literally one thick ass roll in the back of my closet. I'll have to go through.
That is definitely a haul video. Can you please make that where you go through your posters?
Oh, dude.
I want that.
There's probably ICP in there, fucking Jay and Silent Bob. There's all kinds of shit in there.
I'm
dude.
into it.
I
want you to pull out some like obscure movie that we haven't even thought about in like 25 years.
Dude, I had every inch of my walls and roof covered in posters before I had children.
Yeah.
Yeah, when me and my wife first started living together, like my hangout room, that's literally the whole thing would be covered in movie posters. Like legit big ass ones, like 35 by 24s because they were the real deals.
The only ones left are the Goodfellas, Casino, and Pulp Fiction, right?
All those I bought after the fact.
Oh,
None of those I got while I worked there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because all those movies are older. They
True.
wouldn't have been there. But what was cool is the guy that ran the place up there in his office, that place had been around since like the 90s. So I guess like everybody that had managed the place kind of took like what they liked out of it and held on to it. So he had a bunch of cool ass shit from like the 80s and 90s. Like,
oh, that's cool.
He had one of the original Back to the Future posters.
Nice.
I was just like, bro, what are you gonna do with that? He's like, it's mine. He's like, if I ever get fired or quit, like I'm taking this bitch with me.
Right.
And like it's probably like a $400 poster.
Damn.
But he had a shit ton of them, man. Anyways. But yeah, he it's pretty funny watching it because like he's literally like fighting these things.
Well, he's like training through them like they're no match for him at all. He can just kill these things with no problem.
Dude, he fucking American History X's that gorilla
I know.
in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like bite the curb and then like it's a
Urinal.
A urinal, yeah, which is even better. And he just stomps this motherfucker.
Yeah, that was pretty surprising. But then there's also the group of kids that's trying to burn the place down, but they want to get him out of it, so they make their way inside.
Well, that's the only kind of thing that tied back around to anything was that the little, like one of the last family that got murdered in there or whatever. She was a little girl, and for some reason they killed all of the people but didn't kill her.
Yeah, they spared her life. So then the sheriff, who has been looking after these and feeding these animatronics, took her in and like raised her.
This movie for sure will ensure that I will never let my son play Five Nights at Freddy's ever. Because like I don't know, it's
not
just
until
weird.
you're 18.
Yeah, like when you're an adult, like go ahead, you do what you want, but why no? I don't know. It's just fucking weird, man.
Just because it's weird, he can't play it?
Yeah, dude, because like I feel
bet
like
you let him play Grand Theft Auto.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
you don't?
No, I mean every now and then I'll let him drive a car or something for a minute, but I don't let him like.
Oh, you don't let him do the gangster shit?
Nah, I don't let him shoot people and shit like that.
Fuck hookers in the back seat?
No, God, no. He's 9.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know where he stood as a parent.
Can he load an AK-47? Yes, but that's just survival shit. Everybody should teach their children that, bro. He can't like cook crack or anything. Like that's next week. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry for undermining.
I don't condone drugs around or guns around minors.
Yeah.
You know. When he does get older, though, I mean, I do think you should learn how to handle a gun because my dad told me, you know, like never pointed at anybody. You know, a gun's only used if you have to.
Right. Shit, I don't think there's like a early enough age for kids. It's good to know so you don't shoot yourself in the fucking face.
Like, just know that a dad doesn't have fucking toy guns laying around.
Right.
You know? But I do have a lot of toys, so.
You do have a lot of toys. That's why you're part of the collector.
That's true. New episode up on YouTube. Shameless plug number 2. It's been a good day, bro.
It is a good day.
Yeah, so if they had not brought these teenagers in to try to get him out, there's literally this movie would have been 45 minutes, bro.
Right. They had to like extend it out.
Because he takes out 3 of them before the kids even get in the building.
So let's talk about the like running gag, the only part of this movie that I thought was like slightly funny.
Yeah, the guy right before he locks him in, he's like, make sure you take breaks.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want you overworking yourself.
Right.
You know?
So he sets alarms on his watch, and ever so often he takes a random break.
The watch will go beep, beep, and he's like right in the middle of fucking killing one. And he's just like, oh, break time.
Yeah, and he'll go take a fucking break. He'll drink his soda and play ping pong.
Yeah, the first 2 breaks, he cleans off this pinball machine, which is like you said, why is it in the fucking kitchen?
Yeah.
But, And then by the end of it, when there's only like a couple of the animatronics to kill, he's doing this crazy fucking dance number.
Yeah, what is that all about?
That was so fucking random. In a movie of random weird shit. This was just the craziest. This is the closest you see really any emotion out of him, other than just straight killing the shit out of these things.
Right.
He's really just like I don't know.
But it made me think, did J.J. Abrams like help direct this movie? Because holy lens flare Batman. There are so many lens flares in this movie. I don't know if you noticed that.
I don't know what that means.
So whenever the light overtakes the picture, like it flares up and kind of like goes through the picture. It's hard to explain.
Okay.
But it's called a lens flare. And J.J. Abrams, it's like an ongoing joke how much he uses lens flares in his movies. And then this one takes it like a step further and just does it. Because in that dance scene is when they use it a lot. That's what made me think of it.
Okay. That makes sense.
But anyway, it's just something I noticed.
Yeah. And of course, all the kids do the random horror movie shit. They start fucking in the room where most of the families got killed, which is
so
basic horror movie shit.
So I think this movie wants so hard to be like the next cult movie. Like it wants to be a cult movie so bad that it's kind of silly. So what I mean by that is like Tucker and Dale versus Evil. It's kind of like a funny cult movie. Because these two hillbillies are just going out to a cabin, but these kids from college think they're like murderers or whatever. So they treat them as like murderers.
And they're really just two rednecks.
Yeah, they're just two rednecks. So these like accidents happen and these fucking college kids accidentally kill themselves. And the fucking rednecks like, why is everyone killing themselves?
Why are they all dying?
Right. So it's kind of funny. It plays up the whole horror aspect. And I think it's a great like little cult film. I love it. And this one wants to be that so bad, but it doesn't know how. It doesn't go enough in either direction. It's not that funny. Like it's kind of amusing, but not really. It's kind of dumb. But it's not that gore either. They just throw blood around.
A lot of like, I mean, it's blood, but it's not even the human blood. It's kind of like,
it's just kind of like splattered
cheesy
around. And then you have like the one sex scene. The girl doesn't even take off her bra. I'm not saying I need to see tits in a movie, but if you're going to be schlocky, like cheesy, like let's see some tits.
This had to be rated R.
Yeah, right. I don't know. Yeah, so I just don't think it crossed into that realm. I think they should have pushed it a little bit further. Like if you're going to have gore, make it go like real gore. Don't just splash blood everywhere.
Yeah, literally, Nic Cage was covered in black goo for half of this movie. He went through about 5 of them shirts.
He did. He went through about 8 of those shirts.
Yeah, well, we only seen 5 changes.
I know. But. So yeah, I don't know.
It was funny in some things, but I just felt like I should have laughed more.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like it didn't go enough into that comedy realm.
You should either pushed it as funny as you could, or you should have pushed the, like you said, the gore, the blood, the horror part of it.
Exactly. And then it rides that line.
Other than a couple jump scares, you know what I mean? Like most of the shit, you see everything coming before it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, she wasn't in the backseat.
You called like most of the shit. Yeah. Like you were calling shit out before it even happened. You're like, oh, here's the fairy bitch. And sure enough, she runs across screen. I was like, oh shit.
Well, it was just like, you could tell like certain areas of the kiddie place, like you could tell that like that was supposed to be their thing. And then like the turtle speaking Spanish, not my balls, my balls. That was pretty funny. I like that part. The girls. But like I said, man, like I don't know. It didn't do anything to wow me. Like the trailer did a good job of editing it to where it was just like
it looks like there was a lot more going on.
And at the same time, I feel like I can't be mad because they gave you exactly what the trailer told you. You're gonna see Nic Cage beat the shit out of some fucking.
And I even said, I'm like, I don't think he said a word in that trailer. Oh yeah, he doesn't say a word through the whole fucking movie.
Yeah, I don't know if we mentioned that part or not. Spoilers, guys. Sorry.
He doesn't talk throughout the whole movie.
Let's be honest,
literally
folks.
Not one
we
word.
watched this movie for you because you're not gonna watch this fucking movie.
Really.
Like. And except for the few of y'all out there that like watching shit that we put ourselves through.
There's going to be those like niche people that watch these kind of movies. And,
hey, you know what?
And they'll enjoy it. I mean, more power to you.
Exactly. And I'm not even going to tell you not to enjoy it, man, because there are a couple things that I did enjoy about this movie.
Yeah.
honestly, more than anything, I feel bad that I'm not going to say the amount, but what you paid for us to watch that. I feel so bad. That's what it cost.
It's a new movie. It's supposed to be like a theater
It's a straight
release.
to fucking DVD new movie.
Yeah.
Don't have like if let's say like in a world that COVID didn't exist, this movie still isn't in fucking theaters. Bro.
You're right. I definitely overpaid.
They hosed us. Or they hosed you, and I'm sorry for that, bro.
Right.
That's terrible. But yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna give it a 4, being like, because it had some level of entertainment. It's not so bad that I hated it, but I won't ever watch it again.
I was right there with you. Like, I don't hate it, but I'll never watch it again. Like, I didn't get anything from this movie.
Right, there was nothing about it that I enjoyed enough to want to see again.
Right, Nic Cage wasn't silly enough to make me want to watch it again. The gore wasn't gory enough to make me watch it again. The jokes weren't funny enough for me to like hear them again.
Let me ask you this: if he had lines, if they had thrown little one-liners in there, corny ass one-liners or something like that, would it have made it better for you?
I was thinking about that as I was watching. I'm like, if he was talking through this movie, would it be any better? And honestly, no.
Because it's really just ASMR, dude. He's just popping soda cans and like, you know.
Right. Honestly, I think it enhances it a little bit, him not having lines. Like,
yeah, maybe.
Because it would have taken away from his character, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say.
But he looks just like fucking Johnny Cage in this fucking movie. I told you when we first started watching, I was like, bro, this is Ghost Rider 3.
Well, I was asking you, like, how old is Nic Cage? Because he forever looks like a 25-year-old douchebag.
And I asked you if he's wearing a rug because I just feel like his hairline changes movie to movie.
Yeah.
And it's not a big deal, but like, obviously he hasn't embraced the bald like Bruce Willis.
Mm-hmm.
He's holding on to that shit like Travolta.
Speaking of, I went through one of those lists where it's like bald actors when they had hair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, who was it? It was Jason Statham. Have you seen him with hair?
Yeah, but it's like,
dude, that shit looks weird as fuck on him.
Like short hair is what I saw him with.
The one that I picture I saw was like, it was like hanging over his eyes, like it was pretty long.
Yeah,
that shit looks weird on him.
I think it was a movie. I think it was a wig because I saw him in the movie Revolver.
I think that's what it was from. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got a wig on and that shit, but it's a weird ass look.
Right.
Because he's still got the caveman look to his face, but he's just got this beautiful hair. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? That was probably one of the top 5 weirdest fucking movies. That's definitely the weirdest movie I'd ever saw before we started doing this podcast.
I'm glad I could help you out with that.
Yeah, you definitely did that, man. The Jake Gyllenhaal spider one still sticks out to me.
And it was the first episode. Well, second episode, really, because Vacation was the first.
Was it? Oh, yeah. Man. Wow, that's crazy, dude. That was our second episode.
Yep.
Yeah, that and nothing wasn't the craziest.
Me and my wife have this like ongoing joke how like you've seen worse movies than Nothing, but you still bring up Nothing as like the worst movie I made you watch.
I'm trying to think if I didn't like anything more than Nothing.
Stalker for
sure. For sure. Yeah, I hated Stalker.
But this movie, I give it a like not recommended unless you're into like,
unless you just don't give a fuck what Nic Cage is in.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're a huge super Nic Cage fan, like you're one of those guys,
you might enjoy it. Yeah.
You might enjoy it.
Right.
It might be your favorite movie. I'm not knocking you for it if it is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just not my cup of tea.
No, it fell short for me too, because usually I love like silly, crazy Nic Cage movies, but this one was so like boring.
It was.
Yeah.
It's just like I said, it felt real predictable.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't try to throw any kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't go enough in any direction. It was just safely sat in the middle.
I think they thought the shock factor, like the craziness, or the premise of it would be so wild.
Yeah, they thought they were going to cash in on the Five Nights at Freddy like hype. But the thing is, that hype has died down. I don't really hear anybody talking about that.
Yeah, if he makes this movie
anymore.
in 2017, probably does a lot better.
Yeah, right.
And like I said, you get the rights to that shit.
Yeah, get the rights to the characters. It might have done something.
But then you probably don't have Nic Cage.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
Maybe, I don't know. We don't know how much these movies are costing him for him.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I feel like we could probably get him on here for an episode.
I know, right?
Like we could just try to find his email. The real Nic Cage.
Right.
Like, he probably uses Twitter, right? Everybody uses Twitter.
$1,000.
Yeah. I mean, do you think he'd do it? Like, next episode, we call Nic Cage. What if you picked up? Greg, Nick, I'm a big fan. Like,
God, could you imagine? If anybody calls us to want to be on the podcast, I want it to be Nic Cage.
Oh my God, that would be so fucking great, man. I'm gonna have like 35 things for you to sign when you get here.
Right.
Yeah, that would be
John
awesome.
Travolta's face.
That was your face for an hour and a half.
I have a present.
You have a present for me?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
There you go.
What? Primer.
You remember that movie?
I do.
I bought Arrow Videos came out with a dual copy of Primer and the guy's other movie, Upstream Color, and I bought it and it came in the mail yesterday. So
Oh yeah, I saw the things going off on my phone. I assumed I thought you did the thing for Live by Night on there, but that was it.
yeah, it was Primer. I got that in the mail. It's a Blu-ray. It's special edition. So instead of having 2 copies of Primer, I figured I would give you, because I think you kind of liked the movie.
I did enjoy that one a little bit. Yeah,
so I figured you could put it in with your collection.
I never thought you could. I remember what I did like about this one. I was like, I never thought you could make a time travel movie for like $5,000.
Yeah.
That's literally what they did.
Right.
And yeah, I didn't mind it. Oh, I will definitely give this another watch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was one of the more pleasant surprises out of here.
I was super surprised when you said you kind of liked it. I was like, what? I really expected you to hate that movie.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that and the Bigfoot thing, the Bigfoot.
Oh,
gang,
yeah,
Sasquatch,
gang.
I enjoyed that movie. It was like a Napoleon Dynamite kind of
Right.
laugh, you know.
I can't wait for you to find that one at the flea market.
Oh, I know, dude. I want to look, bro. I've been looking now.
It's one of those movies you wouldn't pay attention to. Like you would overlook it so quickly if you didn't know.
I've bought so many random ass movies lately. It's not even funny, dude.
Me too. I've been doing like collector's edition, like Criterion, Arrow Video and stuff. I'm sure you've seen me put them up on the Instagram.
Well, yeah, and then you said you got into that film thing, didn't you? Like the collector's thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie, I wanted to say more about it, man, but it was just like,
I know.
it was just so like,
I mean, we talked about it for like 35 minutes, so.
You get out of like, honestly, man, you watch the trailer, you get a good gist of it.
Right, watch the trailer and that's pretty much the whole movie.
Saved yourself about an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
But it wasn't even that crazy with like, I was expecting him to like pull guns or like pull a fucking axe off the wall and go to work. Like he killed one of them with his bare hands, a couple of them with his bare hands.
Yeah.
That was funny too. I do want to say that. I would feel like it's a crime if we didn't mention when he rips the fucking spine out of the ostrich.
The first one, yeah.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
He did like a Mel Gibson Braveheart type of deal. Just fucking.
Well, it was like Predator.
Yeah, true. Honestly, it was like Predator. Yeah. Nick's gonna kill me for not using that reference properly. Bro, how the fuck do you use a spine ripping out reference and not use Predator, dude? Yeah, I'm gonna hear about that one.
Right.
But yeah, like I said.
There's not much more to say about the movie. It's kind of like dull.
I feel like the rest of the episode, we should just like pour some liquor out to fucking Nic Cage's career, bro. Like he at one time, dude, he was a top 5, top 10 actor to me.
Yep, same.
You know what I mean? Like there has been a few guys after him that I think are great. Like Tom Hardy and them came after him. I think Tom Hardy's a heavyweight. But there's not a lot of them left that are still making good movies anymore.
Well, the whole star power is starting to die off. I think I've heard that before. Is like back in the day, you would put somebody in your movie that had star power. That's where the money came from. But now there's so many like no-name actors, and these movies are just taking off. Like the one I just gave you, Possessor. I don't think there's any really like big name actors in that movie, but it has a huge cult following. People love that movie. So I think the star power is starting to die out a little. And if there is a star, it more so goes to like comic book movies or like these grandiose movies.
You know what I think another big part of it is? The fucking Me Too movement. As we found out how many of these old school motherfuckers were nasty dudes doing some terrible shit.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like Kevin Spacey can't get work anymore because he touched dicks.
Yeah. Which there's nothing wrong with touching dicks. It just has to be like
consensual.
Consensual.
Can I touch your dick?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can touch my dick.
Yeah, like consensual dick touching.
Right.
You know?
I don't know.
If not,
if
we're
my
just
dick,
animals.
I wouldn't be mad.
Like Kevin Spacey?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd be a little upset because a dude touched my dick, but I'd be like,
other activities I'd rather do with you, Kevin.
Yeah, exactly. Can we go play ball or can we have a drink instead?
You said we were gonna watch fucking I can't even get the movie out, dude. Fucking American Beauty. You said we were gonna watch American Beauty, bro. What the fuck are you doing?
I love Kevin.
So you were gonna show me your uncut House of Cards episode or some shit.
Speaking of, let's talk about Disney.
Oh yeah, you did say you wanted to put a pin in that. What's got you worked up about Disney?
So, have you seen the trailer to Cruella? What's your like consensus on this whole thing? Because everyone's all over the board about this.
It's one of those touchy subjects, man, because while 101 Dalmatians everybody saw as a child, and it's like one of their fucking favorite kid movies as a kid.
Actually, I don't think a lot of people like. I know a lot of people say they remember watching 101 Dalmatians, but how many people are like, that was my favorite?
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite, but it was up there
In the rotation?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Especially on the video days, the VHSs.
Right.
Like, my mom bought all of those for us. But yeah, I mean, it's a terrible message if you really think about it. It's a lady wanting to skin puppies.
Right, and it seems like she's being like an anti-hero. Instead of like a complete fucking psychopath.
Yeah, so I saw a comment under the trailer. It said something like they're trying to Harley Quinn her so bad.
That and like they're trying to make her into like a Joker Harley Quinn character.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like, I don't care. I don't want to see a Cruella de Vil backstory. I don't know.
And I like Emma Stone, man.
Oh, I love Emma Stone.
I think she's a great actress.
Absolutely.
Very talented.
Like, I would only watch it because of her.
Well, I mean, I think that's what it's looking like.
Yeah.
It's going to depend on, like, how bad you... And you never know, man. Maybe it's a prequel. I mean, that's what I'm assuming. It's a prequel. Yeah. Like, I don't think there's going to be any... I don't know, man. It did look like a note for the fucking movie. To a certain extent.
Right.
Like, she had the thugs. We're going to kidnap the dogs or not. Mm-hmm. I don't know, maybe.
I don't know. I'm just curious what other people thought about it. Because, like, a part of me is like, I don't care. And the other part's like, I don't know.
I'm all for movies that are using women protagonists.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's great because I have a daughter and, like, I want her to see strong women doing great shit
right.
on the TV. But I don't know what kind of message it says.
That's my whole thing is, like, what's the message getting across? Like, it's okay to be a
fucking villain.
Yeah. You know? A dog skinning.
A terrible person.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. It may fall flat or it may do fucking billion. You never know with Disney, man. It's
I'm curious. So,
I don't think they would have. Have you watched any of that WandaVision, dude?
No, but I cannot stop hearing about it.
That's all people are talking about right now.
Like, they're talking about it so much, I don't want to watch it out of like some weird rebellion.
I thought honestly, bro, I was the only person.
Okay.
Because I even asked Steve, I was like, you watch any of that? He's like, no, not yet. He's like, that's all everybody talks about. Yeah. I was like, I feel like it's like a club I haven't been invited to, even though I've had Disney Plus since week 2.
Yeah, I could watch it if I wanted to, but all the hype makes me like, I don't care that much.
I'm sure at some point I'll run out of shit to watch and I'll give it a gander, but I'm not like in any hurry.
Yeah, I don't have any reason to want to watch it, if that makes sense. Kind of like I didn't watch Mandalorian because I'm not super invested in Star Wars. So
Mandalorian's badass.
I mean, sure it is, but it's.
I feel like Mandalorian's one of those shows that, like, even if you are like you and you're not like a huge Star Wars guy, like,
you still get something out of it.
Yeah, there's just enough cool shit going on that you're like, oh, that's kind of badass, dude. And it hangs out in the Star Wars, universe, but it doesn't like beat you over the head with it.
Yeah, I'll check it out eventually. Maybe when it like comes to an end, like wrapping it up, then I'll just binge it. Kind of like I'm doing with Sopranos. Just finished season 2, and I'm taking a break because I'm about to Soprano myself out.
Oh, dude, season 3 is when the fuckery starts at its finest, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always felt like me and my dad talk about it all the time. Like after season 2, like all the great characters kind of get killed off. And they bring in new characters, and those characters just aren't as good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't enjoy, I don't enjoy Ralphie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Pussy was great. Like, I like Pussy, and I liked Junior, and I liked Mikey. Like, those guys, like, you felt good when they got clipped. Like, you want Ralph to get clipped, like, after the 3rd time you see him.
Yeah.
And they fucking use him for almost 2 full seasons.
Yeah.
Before he clips him.
I didn't like his sister's lover. I forgot his name.
Which one?
You know how his sister,
Richie
Richie
April,
I did
yeah.
not give a fuck about Richie. He was such a dick throughout the whole thing.
That's what I'm saying. He's one of those people that you're glad.
Yeah, when
And
he
it's
got
just-
killed, I'm like, thank God.
It would have been more satisfying to get to watch Tony have him clipped, but it's that ironic shit that Janice would be the one to fucking kill him.
I know. My wife called it too. Like whenever he hit her,
Oh, yeah.
she's like, "Fucking kill his ass!" And she comes back with a gun. She's like, "That's what I'm talking about."
What are you
My-
gonna do? Shoots him right in the fucking chest.
Right. Because my wife is like 100% women empowerment. Like, you hit me, I'm gonna shoot you. Like,
When fucking Tony comes through the door with his gun,
Yeah.
just sees fucking Richie dead. He's just shaking his head like, this crazy bitch.
right.
And that's just why that show is so great, man. Like, yeah, you gotta worry about me fucking killing you, but my family's just fucking nuts.
Right. I'm enjoying it though. And but I did watch a movie this morning. I kind of want to throw it your way, maybe to check out. I don't know if it's like your cup of tea. Like when I tell you about it, you're gonna maybe get into it. So it's really popular right now on Netflix. It's called I Care a Lot.
Never heard of it.
I turned it on out of like sheer randomness. I saw fucking what's his name? Oh my god, what's his name? Peter Dinklage.
Oh, really?
I seen him and I was like, I'll watch a Peter Dinklage movie. So I turned it on. I'm gonna give you like the premise of the movie so you can kind of get an idea. And it's kind of like what roped me into it. So this lady uses the healthcare system. She has a building where she takes care of like older people, but she has a scam where she pays off a doctor that has the courts deem these people unworthy of taking care of themselves, so they get brought in to these healthcare centers like forcefully. So, and then she sells all their stuff. She like sells their house, sells their car, sells everything inside, and then she like keeps all the money. That's like her hustle. So she, the doctor gives her like a quote unquote cherry. It's this lady. She has no kids. She was never married. She's a businesswoman. She has like millions in her name. And if she gets taken away, nobody will really miss her. So like, fuck yeah, let's do it. So she takes this old lady into her possession. She's the fucking mother of a Russian mobster. And then he spends like the rest of the movie trying to get her back. Peter Dinklage.
And he's the Russian mobster.
He's the Russian mobster.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely watching that tonight. Yeah.
It's called I Care a Lot.
I Care a Lot.
Yeah.
Oh,
I figured it might be something you're into. Because whenever like it was in the middle of the movie and I'm like, what's going on? What are they trying to do? Like, this is really weird. And turns out like I was like, oh my God, is this lady part of the fucking mob? And sure enough, she was. I'm like, fuck it, I'm into it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think it might be your thing.
You know what's crazy? I've been kind of like on an unofficial Peter Dinklage kick right now.
Oh, check it out then, because he's great.
I watched Croods 2, and he does a voice in that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just watched Infinity War last night.
Nice.
I love that movie.
He has a great resume other than like the Pixel movie. That's like his only miss.
Yeah.
But
I like him in that, though. Like, that whole movie's silly, man. And, like, that to me, that movie's for video game fans. Like,
I feel like it was just a paycheck for Adam Sandler.
I mean, for sure, Netflix gave him a fuck ton of money to make that movie. Like,
I don't know. I don't bother watching it because it just feels like a fucking cash grab.
it's not my favorite, but I have it. I own it. But,
You would.
I own almost every Adam Sandler movie. Obviously, other than the ones that are on Netflix that you can't buy.
Right.
But it's not, there's other ones I hate way more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Like fucking Jack and Jill. I hated that shit.
Yeah,
Spanglish.
I honestly haven't really watched any of his newer stuff besides like Uncut Gems.
I did like Uncut Gems. A lot of people didn't. I did. Ridiculous 6 was shitty.
Yeah, I tried watching it, but I cut it off real quick.
Like I said, he's got a couple. I didn't really like the serious what he did with Don Cheadle. Rain
Mhm.
Over Me. I didn't like that.
Have you watched anything recently? Any shows or any movies?
Steve-O gave me a show called 000. Said it's about the Italian mafia dealing drugs in Sicily. So, you know, I'm going to check that
I
shit
was going to
out.
say, it's like written for
Steve-O
Nick.
knows what, Steve-O knows what I like.
Yeah. That dude is always watching shows. He needs his own podcast where he talks about shows because he runs through those shows like.
Yeah,
nobody's
but Steve-O
business.
doesn't care if you want to hear about the show or anything because
This is
Steve-O
true.
wouldn't talk to you.
He's a
next to
very
him.
like, it was a good show. And then like, that's it.
Oh, yeah, bro, shut up about it. Like, honestly.
I love that guy to death.
He's breaking out, man, can cook some fucking barbecue. Shout out to Steve Southern Smokes.
Oh yeah, there you
on
go.
Instagram, man. Yeah, everything he puts on there, I'm just like, fuck, dude. Save me a piece.
Right. Yeah, check out his shit. His Instagram, right?
Yeah, Steve Southern Smokes.
There you go. Motherfucker can grill. You can't taste it, but you can. It looks delicious.
It looks good enough that you feel like you can grab that shit off your screen.
Right.
So next week we're doing Possessor, correct?
Yeah. Yeah,
All
we'll
right.
do Possessor next week.
Well, I work over the. Oh wait, yeah, because you're gone this weekend. So
I'm gone this weekend. That's
next
why
week.
That's
All
why
right.
we're doing this one so oddball-y.
No, well, I'm off, so we'll do it.
Oh yeah.
We'll do it either Saturday or Sunday.
Sounds like a plan.
Fuck
I'm
yeah,
excited.
man. Well, yeah, to go check out Steve Southern Smokes on Instagram and go check out that Part of the Collector video on YouTube.
Shout out to Part of the Collector.
Shameless plug number 3.
Right.
And check out all episodes of War with Cinema. We have quite a back catalog.
And we do.
If you want to go down the rabbit hole one day, man, we do a bunch of movies. All
We do.
kinds.
I try to stick to like culty movies. You try to stick to like old school gangster movies.
And then newer, and then I just throw a low budget. Fuck it. Any kind of gangster movie, man.
Right.
You know what the next one I'm going to have you watch is?
What's that?
2 for the Money.
2 for the Money?
Yep.
Oh.
It's not really a gangster movie, but it's.
I was going to say, I thought that's like.
It's Pacino and Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, I'm into it. The wife and I have been wanting to watch more Matthew McConaughey movies.
This movie is going to take you into the world of sports betting.
Oh, nice.
So
I'm into it.
You might like it.
I already know what I'm going to pick for you after that.
All right.
Mud.
Yeah, dude, I've been wanting to watch that forever.
We'll
dude.
do a Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
twofer.
Cool. Oh, dude, and then by that time, bro, you know what'll be coming out.
Fucking Snyder Cut.
Yes.
We still got to figure out the technicalities of that, but we're definitely talking about the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, however they release it.
Yeah, however they release it is how we'll talk about it.
For sure.
Either once a week or we'll just do a whole episode on all 4.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I guess it'll be next time then, right?
Next week, Possessor.
Later.
Later.